And hello everybody, it's Archangelus here coming at you with Valheim Mistlands. If you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button, hit that like button and leave a nice comment below. Alright, let's get to it. Valheim Mistlands has been around for a while. It's a great game, it's a great survival game. Open world, and you can do just about anything you can imagine. It's got a new feature just recently released, this thing called Key Hints. Now, basically that is great if you're playing the game and you've forgotten how to do something in the game. I'll show you how that works a bit later in the video. First of all, let's create a new character. As you can see, I've got a few characters in my archives. But for this video, I'm going to start a new one, just to show you how easy and quick it is. Right, basic avatar. We've got your basic genders, male and female. And you've got a skin tone slider, so you can have them anywhere from as pale as can be to as dark as can be. I'm going to go with something that's a little bit more tanned. Hair wise, there are plenty of options. You have your braiders, you've got your curls, your gathered braids, your long hairs, your neat braids, your ponytails, your pulled back curls, your royal braids, your shorts, your side sweeps, your single buns, your twin buns. You've got so many choices. And this is just a simple game like this. I'm going to go for royal braids. It's got a nice style to it that I enjoy. I'm not going to go with a beard for this character as well. Hair tone sets it from blonde to red, and then on top of that you have this thing called blondness, which then changes the hair tone as well. I'm going to go with sort of an autumn red here, and I'm going to call this character by my screen name. As you can see, he's coming with rags. Basically, it's the most basic armor in the game, and affords very little protection. Alright, moving on. Next of all, you have the worlds. Worlds are known as seeds, and each seed has one of these complicated codes to basically denote where it is. You've got servers, both you can use your local, which is your machine, or you can do a community, which is basically where you have to pay for a server elsewhere. There is the cross-play facility, which allows you to play with people on other platforms. I'm playing on a PC, which means I can play with people on PS whatever and on the Xboxes. Next of all, just create a new world here, and as you can see, it's giving me a brand new seed. And for this, I'm just going to call it Archangelus World, just to denote a difference in world. And then we hit start, as is obvious. Long ago, the All-Father Odin united the worlds. He threw down his foes and cast them into the 10th world, and then split the boughs that held their prison to the world tree and left it to drift, unanchored, a place of exile. For centuries the world slumbered uneasily, but it did not die. As glacial ages passed, kingdoms rose and fell out of sight of the gods. When Odin heard that his enemies were growing once again in strength, he looked to Midgard and sent his Valkyries to scour the battlefields for the greatest of their warriors. Dead to the world, they will be born again in Valheim. Wow, what an intro. And this is the Valkyrie carrying our hero through the skies to Valheim. Hopefully soon we should be starting to see some land. So that's plenty of ocean beneath us. Well, there's a landmass to the left. Aha, coming up to one now. Coming into our drop zone. And here we are at the megaliths of the Forsaken. And meeting us here is Hugin, our loyal guide. Welcome to the 10th World Warrior. I'm Hugin, sent here to guide you in your travels. The megaliths surrounding you are sacrificial stones. They represent the Forsaken, which you must slay in order to ascend to Valhalla. Yeah, well, this is an open world game, and even with the inclusion of the Queen in the recent Mistlands update, you still continue in Valheim. Okay, this stone is a Vegvisir. These magical stones were created through the lands by Odin as a signpost pointing towards the ritual grounds of the Forsaken. If you inspect closer, this one will reveal the summoning place of Eikthyr, your first prey. He's a mighty beast, so you need to properly arm yourself before even attempting to defeat him. I'll definitely agree with him there. Interesting. Now, you can see the island mass that we flew over to begin with. We're over here where the megaliths are. Now the question is are we going to have to sail to another landmass, or can we move around to that location? This we'll have to find out. Now, to start the game, we just need to look around, and we will be able to collect some goodies in the starting location, which will help us out. So a bit of raspberries, a bit of stone. As you see, as I'm picking things up, things are slowly being added to our potential crafting. Right. Sounds like... yeah, there he is. You've found a snack. Consume it to improve your health and stamina. Be aware that before long you'll grow hungry again, so try and always have at least a couple of different meals ready. In this game, it is noteworthy to know that you don't actually starve. So, you know, unlike say Ark or something else. So it's a different play style. Well, there's plenty of deer around here, but we're going to need some sort of range weapon to take them down, because they will run away as soon as we approach. Let's see if we can get that fish before it jumps in the water, because we can cook that later. Sometimes, yeah, they jump on land sometimes, so it's easy to get. There is a video out there of somewhere actually producing some sort of platform, I suppose, where the fish jump up on, and you'll be able to just collect them more easily. Unlike here, where I'm having to wait for them to jump on the rock. However, moving on. Our first border call is to find some concept of shelter. Now, as you can see, I've just improved in level, so let's go into the inventory. And we have, you can come to greet us in this. As you can see, I've picked up various things, and this is our rag tunic, the costume that we're wearing. We will be able to get some more bits and pieces as we go on. Here you can see what we can craft, and it shows you quite nicely the stats. So we need a hammer. That would allow us to start creating things, build shelters, things like that. The stone axe for cutting down trees, because at the moment we're a little limited on what we can do. Bushes like this we can attack using our fists, and eventually they will break and give us wood. We can't do the same with stone or these logs, but we can pick up stone as we go. Take stock of your inventory. Most items must be crafted, however, due to your recent departure from Midgard, you'll have to recall the true shape of objects. Just pick things up and it will come back to you, I'm sure. My lesser brother Moonin, who's a white crow by the way, tells me if you can fashion a stone axe out of wood and stone. Well, he's true. Oh, there's a boar over here. Actually, there's a couple of boar. If we're lucky, we might be able to get some meat from him and some leather scraps. Now, they will do damage to us. So, we have some of our food. Boar trophies. Right, this brings me to the next point. Here, you have trophies. As you can see here, it's showing us what we have just collected. And what we, there'll be more out there, including bosses. They will also give us trophies. Under skills, you can see all of the skills that we're acquiring. We just attacked the boar with our fists, so we've gone up a couple of levels with that. And here you have your compendium. So if you've missed a message, say you haven't read something properly before it disappears, you can go here and find it. Now, just grab that. And we shall start our hunt. If needs be. Oh, these are greylings. They're like your first real minion, if you will. They will give you some resin. Resin's good for things like torches. And also, later on, once we have a crafting table, we will be able to create things like fire arrows. Now, so far, I have not found a hut. I have, however, found a rune. Hail, travel, and bear witness to my warning. We are many who have come before you, carrying here by Odin's will to do his work. The path ahead is hard and dangers great. Is hold your life dear. Keep these meadows and make your dwelling away from the trees. Fear the horned one and the creatures he will send against you. Well, that's a good message. I think we shall leave it here for now. Join me again next time and in the search for a dwelling place. Thank you.